Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for choosing to be here. Today we are going to make this beautiful 6x7 notebook set. And because most of us love beautiful ways to take notes, I'm always trying to think of beautiful ideas to share with you. And I think this one checks all the boxes. So what we have here is a 6x7. I am going to go ahead and open it so that you can see how the inside looks. I haven't added a pin loop. We might do that in the video, but we have the ability to take notes on both sides of this, so you have plenty of note-taking space. I think that this makes a great anytime gift for anyone. So I am going to switch to my overhead camera so that I can give you a better look at this. All right, my lovelies, so this is what we have. Isn't it beautiful? On this side, I found this notepad set that had now, later, and eventually. And so the sizes graduate. But I thought that it was just so interesting and I couldn't wait to add it to a notebook. Now here's a tip for you. When you're in one of your favorite stores, whether it's a Dollar Tree, a Poundland, a Walmart, a Target, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, any of those stores, make sure you pay attention to what they have in the stationery area of the store, because sometimes they will have some of the most interesting stationery pads. I know that sometimes when we go into the store, we'll have tunnel vision. We'll go in looking for what we're looking for, but just look around you. Because when you look around you, you might start seeing things that maybe you weren't in the store for, but it might spark your imagination on ways that you can use those items. So that's exactly what happened with these. I went into the store for a totally different reason, but I decided to spend a few minutes in there browsing, and by browsing, I was able to come across these. So what we have on this side is a notepad that measures 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. This measures 5 by 6 3/4, and you can see just how many sheets you get. I think it might be 100 total. I'm not really sure. So this is just a notepad that I cut down to fit the book size that I wanted to work with. You might not want to cut yours down, but I decided that I wanted to cut it down so that I would have a more cohesive look between the two. And y'all, then on the front, I used one of the cute little Dollar Tree push pins. I just snapped off the head and I used it on this, and I think it just makes the cutest little closure. Didn't do any decorative elements on this other than this piece, because sometimes we can just leave things as they are. We don't have to over embellish or even add embellishment. For me, sometimes the paper is beautiful enough. All right, y'all, so here's what we're going to be working with. I have one of the pads that measures 5 by 6 3/4, and then I have a writing pad that measured 5 3/4 by 8 1/2, but I trimmed it down to 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. And so this is my 5 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch pad. Then this will be a chipboard project, and this will be a chipboard project. If you don't have chipboard, guys, please use whatever you think will work on your project. So I have one piece that measures 2 by 7. I have two pieces that measure 6 by 7. Then I have some decorative paper. So I have a scrap piece that measures 5 3/4 by 3. I have two pieces for the jacket, and these pieces measure 8 by 9. I have one piece for the inside liner that measures 4 by 6 3/4. And then I have a 12 3/4 by 6 3/4 inch piece for the inside liner. And y'all, that is all we need for this project. So to start, let's bring in the two pieces that measure 8 by 9, and we're going to join these two pieces together. So I am going to take some tape, and I am going to run tape along the 9-inch side. And I'm using a narrow tape. I think that is probably 1/4 inch, but you can use whatever width you want to use on this. And so now we'll take the two pieces and we'll join them together by overlapping at the taping point. And you're going to have a sheet that looks like this. So what I have here is a sheet that is approximately 15 inches wide by 9 inches long. So now that we have this piece, we're going to tape down those chipboard pieces like this. So I am going to be giving myself about 1/8 inch in spacing in between, and so my pieces will go down like this. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up that middle piece so I can kind of keep everything even. So I'm going to remove my tape backers. And then I'm just going to take this piece and we'll place it down like that. Then we'll take the other two pieces of chipboard and we're going to place them down on both sides of the middle piece, the spine, and we're placing them down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. So let's go ahead and place this piece like that. And I just rotate it around because it's easier for me to work from the right side because I'm right-handed. I think that might be the reason why. Let's go ahead and place this down with about 1/8 of an inch in spacing. So now I can flip this over, go over it with my big old spatula, making sure that I have everything nice and stuck. So now I'll take my stylus, I'll press it into the chipboard, and we are going to just go around the chipboard to break the fibers just a little bit. If you have a thick paper that might have a tendency to crack, this might help to minimize the effects of that cracking. Don't think it's going to eliminate it, but it might just help. So I am just going to go in here and in here. And so now we can take this and stand it up and train our paper to fold over. And then we're just going to miter our edges, and by mitering, all we're doing is where we fold it here and we fold it here, we create that point, and we're just going to cut through the point so that we can fold over and have nice looking edges. And I can see I can trim a little bit of that off. I'll do that in just a minute. I am just going to trim some of this, y'all, because we don't need it all. So now I'm going to take my tape runner. We are going to add some tape, and I can use my tape runner on this part because these flaps, when I fold over, they're going to be sandwiched in between our liner piece. So we can take this, stand it up, and fold it over like this. And y'all, I am going to have a few of these available on my website as kits. What I'll be sending you are the full sheets of paper. They will not be pre-cut, but I will be pre-cutting this so that when you receive it, you're going to be receiving a pad that is 5 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'll do the cutting for you on this part. And I will only have a few, probably about 5 might be what I have. So now that we have this piece like this, y'all, we are going to take our tape, put that tape down to cover the chipboard. And while I'm taping, I really do want to take a moment to thank you so much for being here. For those of you that come back every single day to watch my videos, your support is invaluable. Without you being as supportive as you are, my channel wouldn't even have the success that it's had. So thank you so much. And if you're new to my channel, I hope that you like what you see enough to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join. We do some amazing crafts on the channel. So I have covered the chipboard portion of this with my double stick tape, and now I'm just burnishing that tape in to make sure I have a good stick between the tape and the chipboard. So we're going to put that to the side for just a minute because we need to cover our liner piece on the edges. So I've already done 3 of the edges, and basically what I'm doing is taking tape and going across the edge like that. Then we have the smaller piece that measures 4 by 6 3/4. We do the same thing, but we're also going to add tape to the inside because this will overlap with that liner paper, and I want to make sure that we have a good stick everywhere on this. So I am just laying down some more tape here on the inside, and I am just going to burnish all of this in. And now I'm going to be removing the tape backers from all pieces. So I'll remove the tape backers from the liner piece as well as that chipboard jacket. All right, y'all, so I have removed the tape backers from my liner piece as well as the chipboard piece here. And we're just going to take that liner and we place it down like this. You can stand for this part if you want to. I'll go ahead and burnish that in. Then I'll take this piece and I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. I'm just going to try to match it with this piece and place it down. And that's why we covered the smaller piece in tape, because we need for it to overlap with the other piece. So now we're just going to smooth out. We're going to burnish those spines. Y'all know how we like a good defined spine. And we're just going in and working it because we like that professional look on our projects. And there is my booklet. You can see that I don't have any paper puckering at all on this. So now I'm just going to take my big old spatula, go along, and just sort of square everything off. Just helps to add to that professional finish that we like on our projects. Y'all, isn't that a beautiful cover? It is so pretty. I found this paper at Hobby Lobby and I absolutely fell in love with it. So now I'm just going to take the writing tablet and a scrap piece of chipboard, because what I want to do is I want to remove this part. I only want the black part. So I put in a piece of chipboard to protect my papers as I cut through, because I'm going to be removing the cover. And y'all, this cover actually is pretty sturdy, so you can save it for another project. Now we're going to take this piece and we're just going to place it on like this and around the back. And so I need to add some tape. And we'll peel away our tape backer. And now I can take this piece and I'm just going to place it down like that. Go ahead and use my big old spatula to get it nice and stuck. Then I'll stand it up. Go ahead and just do it in sections to get that nice and stuck. And then I'll fold over. Same thing here. There, that easy. So now we're going to take these and you decide on which side you want them. We're going to take them and place them just like this. So I am making this a one and done. I am going to take my glue and just add some glue to the top and down the body. Now I'll take this piece and I'm going to bring it close to the top. Like that. Then I'll go in with my big old spatula, get that nice and stuck. Same thing over here. Just going to add some glue to the top and down the bottom. And like that, because we want it to stay stuck. So now, y'all, we can take this piece, place it down to pretty much align it across the top. Go in, get it nice and stuck. So now I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap just to make a closure. So I'm going to cut off a piece of scrap that is about 8 inches long, and this is probably about 3 inches wide. I'm not measuring. I'm just going to fold it like this to get my flap. And then I'll just take some glue, place some glue on the inside, fold that over, get that nice and stuck, and we'll do the same thing here. So we're just going to add a bead of glue, and I'll put glue on that inside there, fold it over, now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to round a little bit. How much you round is completely up to you, and I'll round on both ends. Again, it's completely up to you whether or not you round or not, and then how much you round. So now we're going to close this, and we'll take this strip and just fold it around until you have the closure look that you like. So now I'm just going to bring in a Velcro dot, place that Velcro dot right there, and now I can take this and fold it over, and there's the front. Now I can take the back, add my glue to the back, and fold it over, getting that nice and stuck. Then I'm going to take one of these push pins because I think that adds just a nice little something to the front. Not doing a whole lot. I'm going to take the push pin and just remove the tack part. Add just a little bit of glue. And place that piece right there. And y'all, I think that this is just so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. And we're going to take this piece and make a very quick pen holder. So I'm just going to fold this in thirds again. However wide you choose to make it is completely up to you. So again, I'll take my glue and place my glue like this. And this piece right now is approximately 4 by 3, but we are definitely going to be trimming away a little bit of this. So then I'm going to take my big old spatula and cause this to curl just a little bit. So I'm going to grab one of my pins and show you how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to take the pin, put it in, and then I'll create the loop like this. So it already created that curl. I'm going to take my glue, put my glue there. Then I'm going to cut off some of this because I can see that I don't need all of it. So again, we can take this piece, we can put it in just like this and get that one end nice and stuck. And I know that it'll hold because this piece, the bulb of it will never go through. So depending on what type of pen you're using, just make sure that the widest part of your pen will not fit through the opening of the loop, and that way your pen will stay in place. So I am going to trim off just a little bit of this. Add some more glue to this. Being very generous with the glue because I don't want it coming undone. I'll take my pen, put it back in, and then I'll squeeze this part in so that it holds the pen in place. And y'all, that is how easy it is to make your own pen loop. So then I'm going to take just a few of my little Dollar Tree gems, and I'm going to place a gem there and a gem right here. Just finishes it off. a gem here. And a gem right there. So it looks like my pen has brads holding it in place. We know that it doesn't, but that's how it looks. And so y'all, there we have it. How simple was that? And when we close it, how simply elegant is this? It is so gorgeous. Sometimes the paper is all that we need to have a beautiful project, and I think that's the case with this. So I'm going to open this so that you can see how this looks on the inside. I'll bring this one back in. It does not have a pin loop, but you can see how it looks on the inside as well. Just find some beautiful notepads, whether you find them at the Dollar Tree or wherever it is you shop. Find beautiful notepads and then build your project around the notepad. You can't go wrong when you start with something that is already beautifully pre-made. And like I said, I will have about 5 kits available. Everything will be full size, except I will be cutting down the pad for you, and I'll cut down the pieces of chipboard for this project as well. So the paper, the decorative papers, will be full 12 by 12 sheets, so that if you want to use that paper for something else, you can. If you have some paper in mind for this project and you don't want to use the paper that comes with the kit, y'all, that makes perfect sense. So make sure that you read the description so that you'll know everything that you're getting with your kit. I'm going to go ahead and close this one. And y'all, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I would love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.